Hey everybody, how's it going today? Hope everybody's doing well there. Today, I'm continuing to cover decks that could be viable in the upcoming standard. Basically, standard 2023 decks. Decks that only have cards from Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow, Neon Dynasty, and New Capenna. And today I'm covering a Simic Ramp deck. Now the current Simic Ramp deck is quite a bit different than what this deck is, and the reason why is a lot of those cards are rotating out of the format. So while I was doing the research for this deck, I decided to check and see what is viable for this color pair, and I found some rather interesting interactions between quite a few cards, so I decided to put together a deck for it. So I'll have a link in the video description for a full deck list and sideboard, but for now I'll just go over what the deck does and what all the interactions are. So it is a ramp deck where you want to get as many lands onto the battlefield as soon as possible, but probably the key card for the deck is Slogurk, the Overslime. It's a rather interesting card. Reason why is it's a 3/3 trampling creature for 3 mana value, and whenever a land goes to your graveyard from anywhere, you can put a +1/+1 counter on it. You can remove 3 +1/+1 counters from Slogurk to return it to its owner's hand, and then whenever Slogurk leaves the battlefield, you can return up to 3 land cards from your graveyard to your hand. Which is rather interesting because you can repeat this process over and over, especially if you're using sack lands like Evolving Wilds and Broker's Hideout. Other ones that work that way, getting lands in the graveyard, is the legendary lands from Kamigawa through the channel ability. Those will all trigger with Slogurk. So you can get quite a few counters on Slogurk right away, making a big trampling creature. But we have other cards that help support it. We have Shigeki, the Jukai Visionary, which you can use its first activated ability to look at the top 4 cards of your library and put a land onto the battlefield tapped, and then the rest go to your graveyard. If any of those cards happen to be lands that go to the graveyard, those will trigger Slogurk. We also have Grolnok, the Omnivore. This is an interesting card because anytime a frog attacks, you mill 3 cards, which, if any land go to the graveyard, also will trigger Slogurk. But any cards that are milled this way will be any permanent cards, that is, that are milled this way, exile, and with a croak counter on them. And so you can, they're no longer in the graveyard and they're all in exile, but you can cast or play any of the cards that are exiled this way. There's only 6 cards in the whole deck that are not permanents, and that's Fading Hope and Master's Rebuke. The rest of the deck are all permanents, which all could be played or cast with Grolnok. And then we have some more ramp with Topiary Stomper, just to get more lands into play as quickly as possible. We also have Red and 7 to get more lands into play, and also create the big reach token with power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. So getting all those extra lands into play help you cast your Colossal Sky Turtle or Titan of Industry quite a bit faster. But we also have cards that put counters on creatures, which for Slogurk is really important. The sooner you can get +1/+1 counters on it, the sooner you can control when Slogurk leaves the battlefield. So I have Roaring Earth, which is really cool. When you play a land, you can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature or vehicle you control. This will trigger twice if you're playing the sack lands. First, when it comes into play. Second time, when the other land you search for comes into play. All of which will trigger the Roaring Earth. Plus, when the sack land goes to the graveyard, will trigger Slogurk. Then we have Fight Rigging, which lets you hide away a card. I usually like to tuck away Titan of Industry or a Colossal Sky Turtle to get those out quickly. Plus, you're putting +1/+1 counters on creatures. If you can get counters on Slogurk as soon as possible, you can get it up to 7 power right away. Plus, it'll have the 3 +1/+1 counters in case you need to remove them to return it to your hand. And then lastly, I have Spectral Adversary in there. This is an excellent card for flashing in and phasing creatures, enchantments, or artifacts out. It's really great to phase an attacking force that's coming at you out, so it's a wasted attack for your opponent. Meanwhile, you got a big adversary, and any other creatures you have that open the way for you to attack them. Or if your opponent has a board wipe, you can flash this in and flash out some creatures to save them. And then we just have some interaction to take out your opponent's creatures and to bounce your opponent's creatures, or to save your own creatures with Fading Hope. And like I covered earlier, we've got the sack lands that really play well with Slogurk and ramping out lands right away. Then we have your mana fixing Dreamroot Cascade, your suite of forests and islands. So I can't guarantee this deck is going to win you a bunch of tournaments at Friday Night Magic, but it's just fun to play. Figure we'd check it out on the ladder and see how it does. Not expecting much, but I'm expecting some fun interaction. So let's go check it out and see what we see. Definitely got the lands we need to start the game. Yeah, let's keep it and see what happens. So even though we don't have Slogurk, just so our lands don't come into play tap too often, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Evolving Wilds and sack it to go get stuff. Because by the time we get to the third land drop, I want the Dreamroot Cascade to come in untapped and have untapped lands from the previous 2 land drops. So that's the thinking behind that. Normally, if I had Slogurk, I'd save these, but Slogurk's not in our opening hand, so go ahead. Just play these cards as normal. See what our opponent's pondering. Red could be fast, so we'll continue to, yeah, go ahead and do this. Any land we play, this turn was going to come into play tapped anyway. Okay. Got a Dreamroot Cascade untapped. Couldn't cast the Visionary. Pass the turn. You very fast. Hate to disappoint them though. We're gonna bounce it back to their hand. Okay. Go ahead and do Fight Radiant. Yeah, we'll definitely do the Titan Industry. I'll go ahead and I've already spent the mana for the turn, so I'll go ahead and attack. go ahead and do another fight reading. And Sky Turtle. Go to combat and no attacks. Hold on here. I think I'm going to hold on to the Master's Rebuke. Reason why is that our removal is very limited in this deck, so I don't want to hastily spend it just yet. Opponent appears to have a rough connection. I'm going to hold off on attacking. We're one counter away from being able to trigger the fight rigging, so might as well keep it around for that, and then maybe afterwards I'll start ramping it. Let's see here. Don't know if our opponent is still there. While they're trying to figure it out, possibly at the end of this turn I might use the Master's Rebuke to kill the Workshop War Chief. That'll put in a Rhino token. Yeah, they just timed out, so it's relevant. Yeah, we can keep this. Get a forest there. try this again. Go ahead and block there. Do it. Fight reading. The adversary. Actually, in hindsight, I probably should have not attacked. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? We have an island. No attacks. Might be game. That one stray attack I did with Shigeki was just enough to allow a little bit more damage through, and could be the difference. Yeah. That's got trample, so yeah. Not much you can do here. Just go ahead and block. Take our medicine. Okay. Looks like a fun hand. Let's give it a shot. Interesting. I think we'll do the Stomper first, because next turn we'll cast Slogurk. And then we'll play the Broker's Hideout. It's that same turn to immediately put counters on Slogurk. but we get these back, so that's fine. Play another one. The visionary going.
Under my watch, neither vampire nor human will go extinct. Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Okay. Let's see if we can. Nope. Bummer. I'll go to combat. Actually.
I will not abandon my quest.
Those lands. And we'll just keep the cycle going if we can. That's fine. There we go. Okay. Start the cycle again. I think we will end the turn. I want to save the Sky Turtle to get back the Shigeki. And then I'm going to use Shigeki to get back some other stuff. We got a lot of mana now. Huh. Want to do that? Yeah, it's good. Got him to concede. That's a rough hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan that. A little more playable. We're not as restricted by the double green other than the Titan of Industry. Yeah, we can keep this. Let's see here. I think I'll go ahead and put the Titan back. Get rough. I'll block. Alright, we'll do the quarter side out. It's forced. Don't like the attacks that were pulled off. Pretty rough fourth game so far here. They're just going off here. That's what makes Naya Runes so good. Let's take it. Okay. Man, they've got a lot of stuff going on their side. Almost need a board wipe to take care of them. Otherwise, they're just going to build up their army. We do have stuff in the sideboard, but this is the best of one. I'll just play it out, see how it goes. But this would definitely be a game we need a sideboard. So. No attacks, and we'll pass. That's insane. We'll just play it out for fun. They're gonna crush me here, but let's see here. A lot of 9/9, so. In the sideboard, I've got Consuming Tide, which would help against them. All those tokens and creatures would either be exiled or go back to their hand. Huh. I think we'll mulligan that. That's a little better. Yeah, we'll keep. Made a mistake. Should have played the Evolving Wilds instead. I didn't have any turn 2 play, really. Go ahead and bounce that targeted Usher. Yeah, we'll keep the fight reading. See if we can try out Gruul Knock. Get it online. Go wide decks definitely are a bad matchup for this Simic deck. Definitely rely on some sideboard action to hold out. Okay. We have an opportunity here. That'll do it. Too fast, too quick. What do they do? It happens. Okay. That's actually a fairly decent hand. Definitely play it. Alrighty, let's the Slogurk train going. We'll do the stomper. Interesting. We got Gruul knock. So I think I want to, well, let's see. Yeah, I think we'll
Speak your words.
We'll get red
The
going.
will of the woods is made manifest.
I'm not going to attack this turn.
Die! darkness will swallow the light.
Nope. Looks like my system locked up. We'll have to relaunch. This should fire up real quick here. Let's see if we can get back into it.
Trees are old and wise. Heed their lessons.
Okay. Like it's our turn. All right.
Foster much growth.
We'll go ahead and pass. Luckily, we were able to bounce back here and get back in the game. Okay. That's right. Need, block the pest. We'll just bounce the spider back. Yeah, that's fine.
My subservience will be rewarded. I am merely delayed. Not I will get what I want. Come closer, then. My will cannot be denied.
Okay.
The land lends us its power.
did that because I want to be able to attack Grolnark and still get still have it survive. I think that's what I'll do now. Nice.
A gift in exchange for loyalty. It's bold to bargain with me.
They were able to get the win. Okay, well, you got to see the Simic deck in action. It's pretty cool. You got to see it do its thing in one of the games. You also got to see it kind of build up its forces in that last game. Looks like all of our wins we had today came by concession. I'll take it where we can get it with this deck. But you also saw it really struggled with decks that went wide or were super hyper aggressive. Did better against all the other types. But I do have answers in the sideboard. Consuming Tide's really good against the go wide decks. For decks that go wide with a lot of burn or stuff that just wipes out your creatures in mass quantity. We've got more stuff to bounce your creatures back, some counter magic and protect your creatures, things like that. And then we also have some of our own reinforcements with Kura the Boundless Sky, All-Seeing Arbiter. That one's a pretty cool card with you're able to draw a bunch of cards and you can ditch your lands, which triggers Slogurk and neutralizes one of your opponent's creatures while you're attacking. Then Jin Gitaxis to neutralize their instants and sorceries, and then a March of Swirling Mist to support your creatures and phase them out during a mass removal spell, or to wipe out their creatures, opening up an attack for you. But it's a fun deck. I think definitely needs some work, but definitely has some major promise, and could be something that is viable when Dominaria United comes out. We'll have to see if there's any cards that add to the deck and gives it some pieces that puts it over the top. But that's it for this deck. If you liked it, you can catch me. Actually, if you like the deck and you like the videos I'm doing, you can catch me on Twitch. I go live there. Follow me there, MTG Rogue Players. You'll get a notification next time I do a live stream. Also, you're probably seeing this on YouTube. If you like the videos and you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. I've had some people send me some comments asking for deck lists or advice on things, and I've been able to help them out there because they've been looking to play some of the decks at their Friday Night Magic. So things like that. I'm always looking to help and take feedback from the community. But that'll do it for this one, and I'll be back next time with a new deck, and we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.